Hello and welcome to Archangel's live stream by Raiju-nin's live stream. It's Raiju-nin. I am going to be playing some Dead by Daylight and trying to survive as a killer. A survivor. So one of my videos that I was streaming the other day got blocked. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go back and use one of my old school builds. Alright, let's see. Start from the back. Urban Evasion. Technician. Still Sight. And it's either, I normally run Hardened, which wouldn't be a bad one, but I also like Calm Spirit. Calm Spirit's a better one in my opinion. I mean, technically they're both good. When it comes to stealth perks, or stealth, like ones that you can use to hide, um, so they get. So can you not use the map to track Hatch anymore? Is that like something they removed? Well, that's just stupid. Oh well. So for those who don't know, um, there are two mods or two perks that I really like when it comes to screaming. Well, there's two mods that prevent you from screaming, which there is a lot of perks nowadays that can make you scream and reveal aura. There's a few the killer has, and a few that the survivors can have. And one of the biggest builds nowadays is running, or one of the ones that people have talked about is there is a build where you basically, um, it's a certain totem build. You build totems and other things, and when done correctly, it makes it so whenever the basically you injure a survivor, and then from that moment on, all the survivors scream every so many seconds. And if you do it correctly, it'll anytime they scream, so it'll take those. I think they'll get every like 25 seconds or something like that. They'll scream, and with the build, it takes 30. It takes a minimum of 30 seconds to cleanse a totem, meaning that if done correctly, it prevents survivors from cleansing totems, which makes it so that you can't remove the hexes off the map off the game. Meaning you get to see everyone's location at all times. When they scream, it reveals their location. And they can't, escape. Why is my still sight not working? There it goes. See, I like still sight because I can do things like this. I can see the generators. But as long as it's not a stealth killer, I can also see the killer. Now, with my luck, it's gonna be a stealth killer. Nope. It is a stealth killer. But hopefully it'll be either a friendly killer, which I haven't seen too many of those lately. Killer right there. He just stealthily he's just walking around the map. Ooh. Totem. Let's cleanse. Now, I cleanse totems because there are hex perks and hexes that only proc. There are perks, hex perks that only proc toward the end of the match, which for anyone who doesn't already know, hex perks that end at the end of the match, like Noed, which for anyone who doesn't know, if you're not a Dead by Daylight fan, you don't know what I mean when I say Noed. It's a perk called Hex. No one escapes death. Noed, Noed. And it's one of the more broken perks because it activates at a certain when a certain criteria activates. Okay, so he just kicked that gen. And he's chasing someone. So they can leave me. Of course they probably. Now I know technically I should be working on gens. Because that's the way to beat the game and counter the killer. But my teammates seem to have it. They've been doing a pretty good job of getting the gens done. And honestly, I've learned that sometimes it's best to have different roles, in my opinion. When it comes to Dead by Daylight, you should have one genner, like one person who works on gens, or like maybe two generator people, two people who work on gens, and one chaser, one who can really, who if need be can get the killer to chase them, and then your cleaner. See, my build is a variety build. God damn. You guys saw that, right? It did not let me freaking hit the button. Oh, and I'm frozen. Can't move. That game cheated. Because I could have gotten off if it had been letting me actually hit my skill check for a minute there, but it froze and refused to let me do anything. And of course he's proxy camping. So he better not tunnel me. Get off me. Cheating bastard coming back to that gen right off the bat. He's proxy camping me. The vomit bag. Bye bye. How I survived that, I have no clue. I got myself a fog vial. A new one. Oh, he only had throwing tremors. Oh, looks like my friend left. Not that he's much of a friend, but he randomly leaves and stuff, so it's like sometimes I feel like he doesn't want to be in a chat party with me, so. Alright. Normally I would stay on longer, but I'm just not feeling the greatest. So I'm getting off the game for now. And I will talk to everyone later.